Hey, it's May 1st, 2019, and I'm being harassed again, so I'm making videotapes. I wanted to give you some tools to eliminate their use of fear um, associated with electronic harassment. Specifically, I want to talk about individualism. Everything that I'm going to talk about is posted on a blog at mindcontrolinformation.blogspot.com. When they first start harassing you, at least with me, they tried to verbalize my thoughts. I never really adopted it because it was unnatural. But the next stage was trying to guess the source of what they were saying, whether it was something that they said or it was something that I had thought of that I was going to say, that they just beat me to it because they were verbalizing my thoughts. And I was going back and forth, all day long, getting played with their exercise of the source of a thought. And you always have this fear that if you let go too much, they're going to take over and you're not going to have the ability to think for yourself. And you're going to be mired in depressing thoughts. Individualism allows you to eliminate that fear. Forget about the source of the thought, where it came from, whether it was from them or from you, and concentrate on the outcome, whether or not that benefits you, and if that's the best situation for you, or whether or not you have to do something and adjust it. You do have to let go and trust that you've got a good heart to make the right decision after everything is said and done. And spirituality helps, knowing that you've got to explain your actions on this earth to someone or some group of people at some point before you pass on also helps. But getting rid of that fear that you're going to lose control of your mind and not have the ability to think for yourself is so fantastic. It reduces the number of exercises they have, and it eliminates your fear. You're no longer scared that you're going to lose the ability to think for yourself. And it takes a lot of courage, and you have to have faith in yourself. But if you can get through it, you sort of adopt the technology with the understanding that you're responsible for the end outcome. And that elimination of that fear is liberating. I'm going to read you what I've written on my blog. It's a little bit more dry. Individualism, which eliminates fear, is the art of becoming one with the external harassment incurred from mind control experiments. It is the one thing that has thrown a monkey wrench into their plans. You no longer seek the source of the origination of the thought, but rather concentrate on the end results. It saves a great deal of time, as you no longer have to spend time diagnosing a thought, but rather assess the outcome and move forward as quickly as possible. It takes a great deal of courage to surrender oneself completely while just monitoring the end results of the decisions you make. Individualism has sabotaged their attempts at manipulation and mind control. One has to surrender completely and have faith that they have what it takes to make the correct end result decision after they take the leap into singularity or individualism. It took me 15 years to gain enough confidence to make the leap. The main reason it's so successful is that individualism eliminates the fear of one's losing control of their thoughts or their mind. Without that fear, perpetrators have less to operate from. The act of complete surrender with confidence that the final outcome can be controlled by the individual by studying the location of the final outcome rather than the origin. In other words, you have to have the ability to clearly and rationally evaluate the situation you end up in. Their harassment comes in the form of a 2 to 3 second rush or burst. But you have to have the ability to rationally and clearly view the point where you land after the rush. This opinion or evaluation has to be accurate, normal, and sane. If you're unable to rationally land after the burst or rush, they branch off from reality and on a tangent in an effort to exert their psychological control, which can often lead to you looking unbalanced. Individualism takes courage and utilizes your experiences in the past to give you confidence that you can control the outcome of your thought process in the future. It allows you the ability to decipher between irrational and rational thoughts. And it throws a huge monkey wrench in the mind game exercises that they run over and over again throughout your day. The state of individualism or singularity is achieved when you're able to completely surrender without fear to the harassment and wavelength that keep you on to track your thoughts. You do not spend time wondering about the origin of a thought, whether it was constructed internally or externally, and concentrate on the end result being something that you are satisfied with or requires more thought to arrive at a better conclusion. Achieving and acquiring individualism requires confidence, but allows for a more efficient thinking process. By abandoning the fear of the origin of the thought and concentrating on the end result being satisfactory or the best available outcome, you save time and reduce the amount of time your mind is, quote, deciding, unquote, and thus vulnerable to external manipulation. Achieving individualism leads to the confidence that you can never be completely controlled under any circumstances. I cannot stress that enough. It eliminates the fear that you are going to lose complete control of your mind. You maximize the potential of your situation by becoming one, singularity, with the unwanted incursion while maintaining control of your ability to maximize the outcome. That is individualism, and I highly recommend you practice and preach individualism and maximize the outcome for you. Don't let them run over you with dissociative identity disorder. Thanks for listening. I feel a little bit better. I've gotten this off my chest. They were harassing me, and I knew that this was going to be really a helpful tool to targeted individuals. And I wish everybody the best of luck, and I hope this all ends really, really soon.